If you're in a 5G neighborhood and you get 4G, you got PD cellular. And now from there we'll go. Let's see, where is it? There we go. Screenshots. Let's start at the beginning, so I'll have to go back this way. I took a lot of work today. There's all stuff I already know, and I'm resending. I just know I sent you so much that, like, it's like, how much corruption could there possibly be? Alright. If you want to find where my mail's going, just look for this truck parked at someone's house. This is what I was going to run for, but I like that guy. I know his face. I know he's working. I don't know what I was doing there. I don't remember. Oh, so I saw a Tesla yesterday, and pretty sure it was NSA fake plate. I pulled into this parking lot just by accident. There was a whole bunch of Teslas in there. That looked like they were junk or, you know, whatever. There's my buddy. Let's see. Long Island backflow, right by Tom Olson. Might have nothing to do with nothing. Chase Bank, that's where I met the lady the first time. In Newry Park, that helped me today and told me that I didn't have an account that's on my Capital One app because someone reopened a business account for me and didn't tell me, and they're not paying the taxes they owe. Alright? It's probably him. TomOlson@gmail.com. Yeah, I'm saying that's what I'll do to him. I won't kill him, I'll just end the threat. And my mail might go there. My mail might go there. There's other places I could think of too where it might go. Where he'd say, no way, it can't go there. That's the whatever badge. See what I mean? Fire and water. Fire and wastewater department. That's where my mail probably used to go if Tim works there. But if it didn't, it was whatever. One Police Plaza, and then I just got caught like distracted because I was like, just let me show you how corrupt New York is, and they're all lying. All right. So the City Hall. Let me get into it now. What was I showing here? All those places to combat corruption. They really just corrupt places that tell lawyers how to defend you and who to threaten that they're going to take their bar license away or whatever. FBI complaint desk, you're not allowed in. Been through this already. Civilian complaint board, that would be a good place to protest and block that. And this one, if they don't want to let you in and they need to see your ID, what do you need my ID for if you're not going to let me in? I told you to see the FBI. Paragon Security. Mr. Putin doesn't want you to go in and talk to the FBI. Civilian Complaint Board. They don't do shit but cover up for cops. Internal Affairs, aka Lincoln Tech. You see, Police Department. That's a good. These are all good ones to protest at if you want to protest. The public buildings, you can just go in there and sit down. Legs got tired. Better than blocking a street. Why does New York City need a whatever? So they could spy on you for the cops. I'm proving that right now. Showing you right here that, hey, look, the cops don't follow the law. They just park however they want. And I know they say it's okay. If you want, they'll investigate themselves and say, oh yeah, it's fine. Here we got ladder 10 right next door. So this is basically the same building. So when they can't spy on you, they're in trouble. They send out these guys with the same tools that they use for search warrants. And they say it's for search and rescue. And then drive around you and harass you with the lights on. And everyone laughing at you because they stole your car and parked at the 75th precinct and did something in Edison, New Jersey at the BMW to it. So that's the 84th precinct right next to the firehouse, ladder 110, engine 207. And as this guy's laughing at me because I can't find my car after I went to the FBI building to report public corruption, he's laughing at me. Not him, it was the fat Italian guy with the white shirt on. He's walking into 84th. All right. So, ciao. He's fired. And more people just open parking lot. No problem. Park on the sidewalk. Park on the sidewalk. Park on the sidewalk. Oh, look, it says they can park on the sidewalk. Is there an engineering report that says just back up onto the sidewalk? And it's fine because we say so. And if anyone tries to give you a ticket, we'll fucking do whatever to them. I mean, like, you won't have cell phone service anymore. Or we'll steal your Google account. Or just take all your Bitcoin or whatever. Have gang members follow you around. And here's a guy moving his cone. So I guess he's back from lunch. And he didn't want anyone to park on his spot in the curb. See, look at this. Another guy over here. You definitely can't park like that. But he has a cone. So he's going to... Look, he's on the sidewalk. What else do I have to say? He's on the sidewalk. And then, look, you see that right there? That's not traffic. That's people just parked in the street on the median on the left side. Right? They don't care. I'm telling you, they don't give a fuck. You have to sue their pension funds. Then they'll care. Because if it comes out of city money, whatever. I don't care. It's always been like this. This guy's parked in this. Blocking at the firehouse. Blocking the fire hydrant. In the crosswalk. And the handicap ramp. Good job, guys. Heroes. Brave. Oh, so fine. So proud. They had to extend it into the middle of the street as you get into the highway so they could park more cars in the street and on the sidewalk. And what are these guys? I know what the white shirts mean. That means you're an officer. Those are fire department officers, not police department officers. The police department's officers are on the right side of the building. There he is. There's the guy who was laughing at me right there. Now he's got his coat on. I want his badge. I want it personally. I'm not kidding. Like, I want you to give it to me. Because that guy, this guy right here, he knows who stole my car. Because he's the guy who told the fire department to make 4 lefts around me by the Navy Yard parking thing. Alright. And then he ran into the police department. This is before people knew I'd kick your ass. But he didn't smile back at me after he saw the way I looked at him. Pretty sure those aren't parking spots. And I'm pretty sure you can't park a police vehicle in the crosswalk. And I'm guessing it's a corner, so there's probably a fire hydrant you just can't see there. There's somebody right there that's not a cop. You know how I know that black guy's not a cop? Because he's worried about being over the line and getting a parking ticket. See those 2 white cars? Those are cops. Right there. Fire zone. In front of the fire department, in front of the police department, all police cars and fire cars. You see that thing on top of the car? That's their surveillance. You know how I know? Because they bring it to Garden City on Newmarket. See, I told you it wasn't traffic. I think I'm kidding. This is just what they do. They have to get to work, park in the fire zone, wait there all day, harass people, and then go home. Those aren't parking spots. Those are cops and firemen. And EMTs, I guess, if you want to consider them part of the fire department. I really don't. I don't know what's going on over there. It looks shady. The truck opened back. And someone blocking the street with an SUV undercover. I don't know what I was taking. Oh, this guy parked in the median. Well, yeah, you know that. Double parked. This guy over here is probably the guy who, I don't know, brings the garbage bags full of Coke out. This guy over here, parked on the side, whatever, who cares? More parked on the side. This car is actually probably moving. But you see how the license plate's faced straight down? That's a cop's. That's so he doesn't have to pay the tolls. See the tents? There's another dead giveaway. It's a cop car. You try and get away with that in New York City if they can't see if you're a black guy or not. There we go. Manhattan Bridge. That's the street right there. Look, they painted their own lines too. Oh, that's legal. There's no one else parked in the middle of the street? Fine. That's okay. These aren't even my photos. These are Google Maps. This is like a regular day. This side, blocking the fire hydrant. See right down here this side? This is the fire department side. This is the police department this side. You can't see it, but right there where that garage is, that's where it says 84. There's the cop cars parked on the sidewalk. And then when they get home, they just get in their regular car that's parked on the sidewalk. And then when there's traffic in the morning, because it's rush hour, they block the street so they don't have trouble parking their car on the sidewalk. It's ridiculous, right? So they definitely wouldn't poison me, try and kill me, steal my money, fucking tell my wife I'm a child molester, get her to believe it, show her enough badges and tell her enough people. Oh, look, there's the parking police seeing the Google car coming, and then they run away. Are you serious? You see the cones? Those are so no one parks in their spot on the sidewalk. Undercover cop car, no hubcaps. Okay. I took two of him. Oh, yeah. So this is the same photo, but I wanted to get this in here so you know where I am. Rockefeller Plaza. This is another good one to protest at because this is where they have their intelligence detail, bureau, bomb squad, whatever you're going to cut the funding, they're going to name a different place. And you'd get a lot of media attention if, the service, in my movie, if the service elevators didn't work, or if everyone just got in the elevator at the same time and it wouldn't go anywhere. But I'm not saying to torture anyone, to starve anyone, or anything like that. Like I'm saying, they'll be stuck at the top of the rock and let them eat cake. Just keep giving them cake until they give up. You see a helicopter? How do you get rid of those in Grand Theft Auto? Let's see. What was I trying to show you here? I forget. I should have just did it live. People following the law in the crosswalk. There's a civilian complaint board. Another great place to protest. It's a New York City Citizen Complaint Review Board, CCRB. And you have to show your ID before you come in because they have to know. Right? So who does that belong to? Is that a private organization or a public organization? Who needs to protect the people that you're telling the cop? Is a cop going to go in there and shoot them? Is that what they're worried about? Or are they worried about who's going to tell what on who? As I was walking in there, someone walked past me. You see that top corner on the left side? And goes, that's Sean's brother. And then he goes, scumbag. Right? And the first day I made the complaint, you could see, there's probably video cams everywhere. You can see who that is if you want. It was a skinny guy with like brown hair. I think it was the same guy who took my mail in Georgia when I sent back my insurance phone. It's just more corruption. You can't park the wrong way on the street like that. This guy's on the grass, so he's a cop. There's the Liberty Square, and that just looks like you don't know what to look for, but cars all over the sidewalk. All fucking over the place. So at this point, I think I already got tired. This is the 75th precinct. This is the most respectable place to park your cop car in the country. So he's parked the wrong way. He's parked the wrong way. See what I mean? It's the right side of the street. And he drove down the wrong side of the street because he wanted to get that spot blocking a fire hydrant before somebody else did. Another cop. So you think I'm kidding? You think I'm kidding? This is the 75th precinct. Right? You say not anymore, but they went from like not hurting people and doing victimless crimes to just committing crimes. Look at this little kid right here. Look how much room he has to play. Oh, here comes the Google car. Turn around. They won't know it's you. It's ridiculous. In the crosswalk, too. Doesn't matter. Undercover. Into windows, no hubcaps. Who do you think that is? This, like, really, who do you think this is? Is that the head of the Colombian cartel that owns the bodega there? Or is that, Alright, more. And then they have a secret parking lot, I guess, that has barbed wire all over it. And the gate's open. Here's another cop parked in the crosswalk, handicap ramp, and access. Can you see, like what people say about NYPD? Like, oh, no, that can't be true. And here, look, here's the parking police parked in the crosswalk on the handicap access. And look, and barbed wire to have an open gate. Razor wire, rusty razor wire, so you can just walk right in. What are they securing? Here's another cop parked in front of whatever that is, the horses, in case they need those to trample people that protest them fucking breaking the law. There's more cops parked on the sidewalk. What if I did that? If I did that, they would have beat me up, handcuffed me. Alright. They would have towed my car before it was parked. With the light. You making a right turn? Let's tow it. That's definitely a police undercover stolen motorcycle. Don't look under the cover. Don't look under the cover. They can't keep your ticket. You don't believe me? That's a real thing. If you put a cover over your car, they can't give you a ticket. Because you're not allowed to look without a warrant. See what they're using on you, and then they go and break it themselves. See? And here's the honest person that the police station's on the corner. What do you think he's afraid of? Does this guy have something nice in his house? And then look, crime happened right there. Who did that crime? In front of the police station. Who did that crime? Who broke the window to get something out of the car or change something or whatever the hell they were doing? And here, look, there's another undercover cop car. Oh, here's some more electrical code. See that? And I didn't even notice this. See the Aggie? I don't know where the radio tower is. For the police, because they don't have enough room, so they have to park everywhere. Just hire more. Just hire more. Let the city pay for it. You have to sue the pension funds. And then, I didn't even know this, but I realized, hey, this is the same block. Because I never go to Brooklyn, because I know I'll be fucking crucified as soon as my signal gets close enough where the law doesn't apply to the police anymore. And I realized one of these houses, the satellites are probably pointing the wrong way, not south. And one of these houses is one of the houses where someone I've never heard of has my phone number registered to their house. So I guess my phone gets routed through there, through a satellite. I don't fucking know. It just got way too complex for me, but it's definitely one of those houses. It's definitely, I think it's this one. Three 828-5532. I don't own it. Fast people search. All right, so here's a guy that's not a cop because he has a seatbelt on. All right, plenty of room to walk on the sidewalk. The easement, right? Is this so like you can't record them, like you can't go down that block and be like, I'm on the sidewalk? They're like, get away from my car. Really, it's ridiculous. This is where Sean T. Walsh works. This is where the honest Captain John works that drove by my house in New Jersey because he's a Gestapo or KGB or something. That's a secret. Here's another barbed wire parking lot for stolen cars. Unclear who stole the car, the cops or bad guys, but it looks like it's on camera. And the gate's open. So why do you need barbed wire going all around? All because you know you stole them. All right. Looks like the style of car you'd like. Yeah, I could just keep going forever. I don't trust anything around here. See, look at all the empty spots in the parking lot. And then this is the same area. And the cops are just parking on the sidewalk. Liberty Sanctuary Incorporated. That just sounds so shady next to the police station. Like, what are you supposed to go there? Thinking you're going to get freedom? Or is that a prison joke? Or I don't know. Is that where you go to snitch on people? I don't know. Do I have to say it? 103rd Precinct. I know they're dirty because when I was getting my car fixed at Lincoln Tech when I was an instructor there, they were showing up to give the mechanics advice. Look at the parking lot, empty. And it's gonna be, and then you got people parked on the sidewalk. And the parking lot's empty. This is by Jamaica, Queens, the 103rd. So when you take in the LIRR, you think, hey, I'm smart. I'm not going to drive to the city because my credit card doesn't want to work in the meters, so they can give me a ticket by the time I get back to my car when I'm trying to get the pay the parking meter. So you think you're smart by taking the train, and no, because you're passing the 103rd surveillance unit or whatever the fuck. I don't know. But they say who owns those cars? Look at the parking lot. Who would do that? Look at this other guy parked in the crosswalk. It's okay. It's Ed. Oh my God, this guy's blocking the whole sidewalk, so he's a cop. Can you imagine doing, like, anyone who's never been in New York City? Like I'm saying, you cannot park your car and go to the meter and get back before you get a ticket. There's like, they actually have a 5-minute rule for that. Where if you have the ticket within 5 minutes, you could be like, all right, the judge would be like, all right, well, you were obviously trying to pay your ticket. But there's nothing for a red light where you have to wait a couple of seconds. 1 Mississippi, no one coming. 2 Mississippi, no one coming. 3 Mississippi, no one coming. Come on, you stopped at the red light and turned, you don't get a ticket. You're not driving recklessly. Do you want to be policed by automation or by robotic cops or any of that shit? Do you want to have some dog tracking you down? It's going to jump on you and be like, oh, well, we're programmed to do this. Yeah, I know. And they steal your biometric data. They steal your facial recognition data when you get arrested. They steal your Bluetooth identification, cell phone signal, cell phone number, route you through other shit. You say you're Google searching something, they don't want you to see it. They redirect you. You call somebody they don't want you to talk to, pretend to be them, reroute you out of the country, whatever it is. That's what they do. You're not supposed to know. Shh, secret. And I learned all this because my family's been in intelligence their whole life. And they would do it to me and pretend like I don't know, after talking about doing it to my uncle for 20 years. My aunt, my whoever else. Look at the empty parking lot, cops on the sidewalk. There's 103rd Precinct again. This is the one you can't drive past, you can't go past, even on the train. You know how I realized that? Because when I would go be watching like a YouTube video on my way to work, I'd get to Jamaica Station and it would just keep loading and loading. I'm like, why is this happening? And I realized, oh, well, police station there. And they have those hoods under it for the rain now. It's so you're stuck and you have to get NYPD cellular. Police Department of New York. I just know it's a police department because there's cars on the sidewalk. 77th Precinct now. Like I don't have enough time to go through the whole thing, but this is every precinct in New York. And look, they're green. I guess they're doing something they don't want you to know they have power for, where they're mining fucking stolen Bitcoin or something. Look at all these cop cars all the way around. New York City Police Department. This is like, I guess, one of the other secret officials. You got us. If this one closes, we don't have it anymore ones. Look at this shit. Are you serious? Try to do that. Like, you should do a protest where everyone just parks like that on one block and watch how fast you get towed away. And then ask them for the engineering reports where they're allowed to do that. Oh, well, we decided. We took a vote. Who doesn't want to have to look for parking? More ridiculous nonsense. It's probably just cars parked everywhere. This 66th precinct. I don't know. Do your own research. I could just be crazy. And this isn't me driving through New York City either. This is just using Google Maps. This is just a normal day in New York City. This is what goes on. All right, and I'm a liar. They're going to call me a liar. And when that doesn't work, he's a pedophile. And when that doesn't work, he makes bombs and he goes on the dark web to kill kids with poisonous computer RAM. Who would park like that in New York City? You're out of your fucking mind. They're like sharks, the meters. They're all over the place, the meter maids. I swear. There's one every 3 blocks. It's like every 3 minutes you're going to see one pass you. Right? But none of these cars have tickets. And we'll get up to that later. I'm not even going to talk because you guys know what you're looking at now. Huh? And then there's the corrupt locksmith guy. Got everything you need. Insurance brokers, huh? Where they do investigations? Sidewalk. You could just Google any police department you want in New York City, and they're all parked on the sidewalk. Internal affairs, they park across the street on the sidewalk. So it looks like they're angels, but just anyone you want. Right? Just anyone you want. See, Catholic Church? Fuck yeah. Tony Maloney. Park wherever he wants. Look at these people. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Elizabeth Street. I think this is Chinatown now. I don't know, I could be wrong. Like, it doesn't matter. You just check it out yourself. It's not like I have this secret information. You should just put in Google Maps and look at cop cars parked on. Here's the NSA building. You know that because it's 100% not an NSA building. And you know what's next to it? 26 Federal Plaza, where they have a contract with Paragon Security under the Department of Homeland Security to guard it. The FBI building. And they're parked on the sidewalk. Look at this. Those aren't parking spots. That's like a playground or something. Whatever the reason you said you were going to put that there. The building with no windows. You couldn't make it more obvious. Oh, yeah, we'll put a park next to it so we could park our cars. Look at this. It's ridiculous. All the fans to cool the computers down. That would be a great one to block off because we don't need that building at all. You know what? That's where I want corrupt cops to get locked up. It's always going to be dark. You know what it looks like? The thing from, what is it? Where Darth Vader lives? On that planet with the lava. That's the building. Where are we now? Federal Trade Commission. What is going on in there? Is that the end of the rainbow? I'm making this up, right? No way am I making this up. I don't know what any of this shit is, but I don't trust it. I forgot even the reasons I went to these places. And I thought this was funny. 103rd. Here's the train tracks here, right? Jamaica's like maybe half a mile back the other way. And right there, Dunkin' Donuts. So it's just so either way you go. If you want to park on the sidewalk, you get a donut real quick. Or if you come from the train. Perfect. But this is not even like a funny joke. Look at this. This is why cops are so fat in New York, because they don't walk anywhere. Just bird. Right in front of the tree. Oh, how do we fix this problem? Let's just put up more trees so they can't see the cars from satellite. I'm serious. The only way you're going to stop them if you sue the pension funds. Because then they'd be like, hey, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm about to retire. You should listen to me. I have a lot of experience. Don't do that. Don't kneel on somebody's neck. Don't shoot at people that don't have a gun. Don't wiretap somebody illegally. Just tell the NSA to do it then. How do you do that? Tell the FBI to tell the NSA to do it. This is ridiculous. These are cops. See this? Right here? My debit cards never work in those. Or credit cards. Because I'm on some kind of list. Right? I don't know who I gave my ID to. But someone took my ID number or linked it to my social security number, my phone number, my facial recognition, my thumbprint, whatever. And now I'm not allowed to use the parking meters. So I can get towed away, and I can't run over a gang member if they pull a gun or something. Those aren't parking spots. This is right as you go into the Midtown Tunnel. I am sure those are not parking spots. Right? You know what they are? They're state vehicles that you can't fuck with us because we're going to kick you in the nuts. But I'm going to expose it. And if you're bad guys, I'll expose it too. I'm not saying you're bad. I'm just ruining your credibility right now. I'm not saying you're bad. Look, you just do it because everybody else did it, right? Somebody told you? Do you have any proof? No. Look at these cops. Right turn only. What is this? What are you trying to hide here? What are you trying to hide? Did this guy go missing? Are those parking spots? All right. Are you allowed to just get out in your car? This is right by Southbridge. Or can you just get out, like walk around and do that? You cannot if you're not a cop or a fireman. And look, fire station. And guess what's next to it? This is a different one. This is Engine 15, Ladder 18, Battalion 4. Maybe my mail was going there. I would never guess that because it's not right down the block. You'd actually, well, you wouldn't have to walk because you could just park on a sidewalk. I was going to say you'd actually have to walk 20 minutes, but you wouldn't because, you're untouchable. And here, look, more parking cops. They must have saw the Google car coming. Now, watch this. Ready? I'm showing other stuff. When I come back, there'll only be one there because someone saw the Google thing coming. I'm like, oh shit, I better move my parking meter cop thing. Look, in the fire zone, in the stop. And why are you only allowed to park like that? Look, those are not parking spots. I dare you. If Clarence Thomas took his daughter's car there and parked it there, or get towed before he crossed the street. Look at this guy. He's like, I'm not sure. Am I in the middle enough? See, and this is what I'm talking. Battalion, and here's the police department right next door. Because when they get caught breaking the law, they just use the fire department to do it. Then after that, if you check the logs, you see them either missing or I'm right. How did I know? See, look, and there we go. Now it's okay. One's gone, saying, "Oh shit, they're coming." And one of these guys probably like, we might get in trouble for this. Out of uniform. One guy's got a hat on, I think. What do you think this says here? Do you think it says you could park your car here? Look. It's not. It's normal. You know how normal it is? See these people who live in the buildings there? They know. It's not. This wasn't like a parade or something. Like a special occasion. This wasn't like the day we won the Iraq War. This is just a normal day. Hey, look, here's the sergeant with his own spot. He can't fucking park in the middle. What's he, hammered? You see, remember I told you about the license plates? Bent down so they don't have to pay the tolls. You can't get around that. It's automation, right? You'd have to know the judge or pay the toll or something. There's another one. See, I know that trick. That's so the cameras can't give you a ticket when you're doing something illegal because you can't do anything. It's autonomous, and then you have to actually show there to a corrupt judge and show him your badge from the make that ticket disappear. But if you just fucking, ruin the license plate, you could show your badge to a cop car, and well, it's Ed. Here's another one. You're not allowed to do that. All right. What's the Department of Building think about that? Is that a permanent structure? Oh, there used to be parking spots there, but you built something there, and now the parking spots moved further out into the street. I would know what would happen. Let's say I did that. Let's just say I had a tractor trailer, and I was parked there, and I said, you know what, I'm going to put on cinder blocks, and I'm just going to live here now. Or this is my office. And I'm going to park my car next to it. Oh. Authorized. Who made that? Some prisoner for 10 cents an hour? And he stamped it with the NSA stamp? Shh, secret. It's a secret. Look, it's not like one. Look, undercover cop car. Personal car. Parking police. What's he got in the window? What is this building anyway? By the bridge, where you have to pass it. You know, I knew it was out of control crazy in 2014. Eric's car got stolen. We didn't realize I didn't realize it was stolen at the time. He probably still too afraid to say it was. We called up the police and we were like, yeah, we don't know where we parked our car. We're at a bar. And the next day we couldn't find the car. And they're like, it didn't go over any bridges, so it's not stolen. Well, it got stolen, but not by official criminals, according to you guys. Bam. Bam. For days. More. Not parking spots, invisible cars. No standing, right? Alternate side of the street. Doesn't matter what side of the street. How about parking on the sidewalk? Is that a law? You're like, oh, you're just being hard on them. Do they love this car or what? I see it everywhere. Mine doesn't have tints, so I guess they know I'm not a cop. Look at the hubcaps. That's a cop car. This is how they get away with, like, don't fuck with me or I'll steal your Google account. They put something in the windshield that says like, just check it against the plate and you'll see that, I can control where your Google searches go and download stuff to your OneDrive. And look, this guy has such balls. He has that plate. He can park in front of the yellow curb fire hydrant. And look, parking spots. This is just ridiculous. And this is just a normal day, and you're saying they don't lie. And this is where they block the street off in the morning during rush hour. Again, at another police station. So, everyone else has to wait more in traffic because they don't want to have to wait in traffic to park the car. It doesn't matter what day it is for them. See? See what I mean? What day is it? What's going on here? Why is the street blocked? You cannot park like that. Look how amateur this is. Who did that? Does that mean something? What's that mean? If you bring your car over here, I'll fuck you up? Is that cop lingo? Look at this guy. Again, no standing. Okay, fuck you. I'm a cop. I'll block this. No tickets. How is it? This is like I can't get through to people how fast you'd get a ticket if you did that. And not only this, you'd get towed. And you think this guy behind you is nice. Like, yeah, no, he didn't block the sidewalk that much. Right? See that antenna too? That's NSA. Look, and it's not even his car, so he doesn't care. So he'll just ram the other undercover car until he can park. That's an undercover car. Look at the hubcaps. Right? No standing. Borrow park. What the Okay, oh, that other guy's nice. No, he's not. He parked in front of a fire hydrant. See, and here's their undercover. They're trying to jam the Google car from seeing that. It's undercover because it's got graffiti on it. This isn't 1982. Who does that? A bunch of guy with green mohawks did it. Here's another one. What do you think that antenna's for? They're still trying to jam the Google car or RC it or something? I don't know. What's the name of the company? Connect One? Connect one of your cell phones to my van? Alright. That's the door they open up and pull you in. And then I'm here, look, this is my first day of work. I'm like, this is my car. I know it's my car. You know how I know? Because what are the odds? No one ever parks on this side. No one ever parks on this side. I'm thinking, yeah, man, maybe it's not my car. And then I have to go Google Maps into the parking lot. And look, that's my car. That was either my interview or my first day. And then people were going to check here to make sure I'm still alive all the time. I don't know what this is here. This looks like one of those things from Oz, like when you're in a prison. Right? You know, like the thing where they could see everybody. Please stop. I know I'm busy. I'm sorry, I'm busy. I'm informing on the police right now. I know some people don't like that. Okay, so this is the glass part. Where go away, please. No, go away. I don't care. Go away. I'm busy. This is the glass part. Like where they would be looking in, and see that person was trying to distract me from blowing them up. This is the glass part where, in Oz in the prison, they can see everything. I've never seen that part. I worked in this building, right? So that's a little strange. You're gonna be in trouble. Okay, so this is how bad I'm being harassed right now. That somebody's kid had to send their kid here because they're a cop and they don't want me exposing this. Because their kid's got bigger balls than they do. Alright, so there's my car right there. So now I'm in the bathroom hiding from a little kid because an adult couldn't come and tell me, hey, you're right. We fucked you over so many times and we're not gonna let you out of this. And we don't even know how to get you out of it because there's so many bots and fucking shit. We have to give you a new identity and send you to fucking Siberia. Lincoln Tech? It's not really Lincoln Tech. This is a CI program, right? So you get let out of jail, you get put on probation, whatever, and then they track you around, make you do all the illegal shit that you can't, that they can't do. I call it the apple orchard, right? The forbidden fruit of knowledge. Come on. Here's the interrogation unit. It's a different bureau, so they have no idea what's going on. When you go underground, you lose 5G, and they're stealing your signal. And they match it up to your face until you stay 6 feet apart, so they don't mistakenly put the wrong biometric facial recognition on their camera. There's your police exams, where they just lie. Are you willing to hurt people psychotically? Yes, you're in. Here's more, don't park here in front of the city municipal building. Doesn't matter. Look, and they're even telling them this stuff. They got their Stingray catcher here, ISMI catcher, MZ catcher, whatever it is. Just strap it to the pole with no engineering report. And then they got the cameras on there. I don't know what the fuck that means. It means you're on camera and we'll beat the crap out of you if you're telling us. Look, it's right there. That's called a bike-width antenna. That's so you can penetrate through walls. So those are better at going short distances and penetrating. The other ones, the Aggies, those go further, but they don't penetrate very, very well. And that's where it is. Municipal Building, Brooklyn. That's where that thing is. See? Right there. And it's okay. They're all cops or some kind of official where park wherever you want. So New York City has no clothes. The Empire has no clothes. Here's somebody else that just, they leave that there overnight because they have a tarp on it. It's not raining. Because they know somebody. Here's the guy who has to put cones there so a cop car doesn't park next to him and lock him in there. He can't even take a leak for the day, get out of there until the guy comes to his next shift the next day. Fire hydrant. Look how normal it is to him. Like, see this guy in the blue here? If he would have said something, or she would have said something, she would have been a gang member, impersonating a cop, all that shit. Why are you next to my car? What do you think, you're a fireman? Again, this guy on the other side of the street has to put a cone there so a cop doesn't block the crosswalk and lock him in his... yeah, look. He must have got yelled at because someone parked over here and there's a fire hydrant. I couldn't see it because you were trying to make a living. And his justice is blind. There's nothing truer than that. Has a back turned to all this shit. Right? There's justice. That's why they sent Michael. See what time it is? And this is where they have the other ISMI catcher on top of the promenade and Brooklyn Bridge. Because you can't get around them. That's why. That's why whenever I see anyone with a helicopter or a boat, I think they're fucking shady in New York City because they're trying to get around those things. What are you, fishing in the East River? What are you doing? Ever see the fish that come out of there? They got herpes. Why do they need their own credit union? Is it money laundering union, right? And then matchmaking. How is everyone in my family married to someone in intelligence work? Is that fucking impossible to believe? There's a credit union, the school right next to it. It's all fucking corrupt. There's Luna's Poison Pizza, probably. All right, New York City Police Department. I don't have to tell you, everyone's parked on the fucking sidewalk again. There they are. Right across the street from the U.S. Attorney's office. Because they don't notice this shit. That New York City's just rancidly, disgustingly corrupt. Are you allowed to... What if I park my car like that? What if I park that elevator truck there like that? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You don't have a badge. There's more illegal parking, or they just said they could do it. He gave himself the right. See, this is what I was talking about. Internal affair. Oh no, this isn't internal affair. Internal affair is the only one that I couldn't find parked illegally. They probably got their own garage. There you go. There's all that police stuff and courthouses and stuff, and you know who lives there. You know, that's the customers. Those are all the clients that live there in public housing. What was I trying to show you? Oh, this is New York 10276. My post office. That's not my post office. That's some public housing building, and they rent the room there to do fraud, insurance fraud and mail fraud. Or somebody died and they're using their social security still. Somebody like me that got hermited. See? And who are they gonna blame it on? Like the meter. So if I were to try to live there, they'd know immediately as soon as I put my card in. He's over here now. Alright, and then go right through here, right? See? To the post office on the other side. And they're cut into the church. Maybe he'll think it's a church. No, I found it. I'm getting better at this all the time. See, and here's the post office. Why do you need to charge your flag? Look at this sacrilege. We have an electric flag? Or is that ISMI catcher pole? I don't know what it is. Here's the post office. This is the post office where my RAM got stolen. My very first package from Amazon was 32 gigabytes, 216 gigabyte RAM things from my computer. Because I enjoyed playing video games before, they found out and ruined it for me. I don't know why that thing's closed up. I think you go on this side. Here's the Federal Bureau of Investigation right here. Right? You have to go through Paragon Security. There's a private security contract with Department of Homeland Security. Which is, that's the NSA building. So they know you're coming from their antenna catches and Castle cell phone towers and all the bullshit that, we said we're supposed to be fighting for and giving our lives for and all that, whatever. See? There's the NSA building right here. 33 Thomas, Federal Bureau of Investigation. Paragon is part of the NSA under the same umbrella, Department of Homeland Security, $345 million contract to outsource to Paragon for the FBI security. And it's a Russian-owned company based in East Germany, excuse me. I know it's not like that anymore, but who controlled East Germany when it was the KGB? It was Putin. See, it's like I'm making this up. Oh, he has a good imagination. Look at it. And then look at this. I zoom out a little bit and I realize here's the NSA. Here's the FBI, which is all the same shit. Here's the summons court that, if you don't pay your ticket after your car gets stolen, then we're gonna take away your car. We're gonna steal it again. Ghost tours, you know, I'm just showing you shit that's over here. Federal Credit Union. What's that? We could change any, whatever you say you are. You don't need to show ID. You're a cop. I wonder if that's how it works. You just show your badge. You have a badge. You don't even ask just to see your face. What's your name? All right, cool. What do you want it to be? All right, and here's where there's some kind of error that I found before, and it was like I was looking at like every 9/11 I go down a different conspiracy and I tied them all together, but I'm not going to get into that in this one. But anyway, I know the elevator guy here because I was an elevator guy in New York City, and before I left because I was getting fucked by first responders, and this building had a lot of gold in it that went missing on 9/11, right? 26 Federal Plaza. I know the elevator guy. I said, "What are you doing all day on 9/11 where you didn't notice?" And he's like, "Oh, well, I had an elevator call, and I feel like someone made him stay to fix the elevator, and the call was an overload. His name's Glenn. He works for PS Mercado. I could be wrong, right? It could be a different building. I'm pretty sure that's the building, and I've worked in there with him before. But I might be wrong. You just ask him. Because someone who doesn't know would put too much gold, which is heavy, in an elevator, it would go down and hit the buffer, because I'd imagine the gold would be in the bottom floor. All right? And then there's a guy named Flip that works there that I met completely doing something else when I was a personal trainer at Equinox by Wall Street. This guy Flip comes in. It was like 2004 or 5. And he's a fat dude. He actually happens to be in the Die Hard 3 movie. When they say compliance on the phone underneath this building, that's a compliance guy. And all the gold in there went missing on 9/11. Governor Cuomo says there is no mob right after John Gotti gets shot. Shoots Paul Castellano. And he lives next door to the Gambino crime family. Like, so what the fuck? All right. And then here's the building that fell down. This is World Trade Center 4, 100 Liberty Street. They said the gold was in that building too. Right? They had insurance payout problems with Larry Silverstein, and the person who made Die Hard 3 is Silverstein Productions 6 years before. And then it's the Federal Reserve building, right? See that triangle? That's where my car was when it got stolen when I made the report to the FBI. 33 Liberty Street. I remember going there in like 8th grade, and they said we're going to go see the gold. And they took us in the building, and everyone's got their fake New York City police uniform on with their badge knitted onto the chest. Not even a real badge. And they wouldn't show us the gold. They wouldn't open the door to see the gold. I thought we were going to walk in and it's going to be like, 10 times more than Fort Knox. Nope. Here's the door. All right, the tour is over. I remember the guy was telling me I couldn't walk on the sidewalk when I left. And I was like, no, go away. You're not a real cop. And I know I'm allowed to walk on the sidewalk. All right, and this is where I parked, right here. It was Liberty Street, right where the S is, or the T, right there. And there was a white box truck behind me when I parked there. When I came out of the FBI that day, my car was stolen. Same as Eric's was before. We didn't lose it. I went back the next day, followed by gang members. One called me a pussy. I said, "Who's a pussy?" You ran away. The other one was on a train flashing gang signs on me. And I wasn't scared. Because what the fuck? Am I dying to live like this? So if it didn't go to the 75th, it went to Edison, New Jersey. Because you know how I know that? Because when I'm on my way down driving here, being like, fuck it, I'm not living in New York no more. I'm going to escape this communism. Right before Brevin left the hotel in Virginia, I blocked him on my Google, on my Wiggle Wi-Fi app. Mac filtered him, and then I realized there's a fake phone number tied to my BMW app, and told me last time I got service was in Edison, New Jersey. I never did that. And I had a service in Freeport, and I never went to Edison, New Jersey for service. The number was like 00-516-351-1007, which is my number, but not the 00 part. So I don't know what the hell that was. And I heard that tone on the way down. I was like, now what do I need, a new car now? This is how close it is. That's BMW, that's New Jersey, that's Lower Manhattan right there where it says New York. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's the end of my show. Alright. Took an hour of your time. Hope someone has gets paid enough per hour to watch this.